Hey girl, welcome back. So, we're not gonna get into where I've been. Let's just talk about the now.
Now clock that type of tea.
We're back. Snap it up for that. In today's video, we're just gonna do a quick, simple, easy, almost everyday-ish glam. We're gonna start by priming our lids with a little bit of concealer. You can use an eyeshadow primer if you'd like to use that as well. I just always use concealer. That's just been my tried and true since the beginning of time. So this is the Benefit Boing Concealer in the shade number 9. I feel like it gives me really, really good coverage, and it's just a really good concealer. We're gonna set that down with a little bit of setting powder. This is just the one that I'm gonna use under my eye. It's the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. If you know, you know. It used to be a tried and true until I got away from it, but now I'm back. So what I want to do is just like a one color, just like a smoky eye, nothing too dramatic, nothing too crazy. This is something that I would wear just, you know, if I wanted to do eyeshadow as an everyday kind of go to work type of thing. I don't generally wear eyeshadow, but taking this Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette and taking this chocolate brown on the side of the brush, and then I'm gonna swipe that onto the lid and start to build this up. And this is like the one shade that we're going to use on the lid, but we'll also use the color in the crease, and then I might highlight my brow bone. So it's just like a 3-step eyeshadow look. Super easy. You want to sweep it onto the lid, get all the way in here in the inner corner. Like I said, I'm just using a little fluffy brush. Any brush will do, and then I'm taking the tip of that and I'm going to start to go sideways in windshield wiper motions, and I'm also doing like small circular buffing motions. And I really want to make sure that I pack this color on. So your color is going to become more opaque, more vibrant the more that you put it on. So the more that you go in with the color, the more it will start to really pop. I feel like I've had an epiphany since turning 30. I've been doing YouTube videos since I was in college. I filmed my first YouTube video my freshman year of college down at SIUE, and that's when I like fell in love with filming, recording, and everything like that. And I was really grinding and really like, you know, on my Zoom.
You got to get on your Zoom, matey. You got to get on your Zoom, babe.
But back then I didn't feel like I had the like viewership as I needed. So, you know, I would go back and forth. I completely stopped school. Like it was just, everything was kind of YouTube for me at that point. And then I started to get the viewership, started to get the views and everything. And then I would kind of like relax off of the grind, kind of like take my foot off the gas, which I shouldn't have. But there's like hills and valleys of my YouTube career, and have doing it for 12 years on and off. I'm just taking the Baked Browns 2 palette from Dose of Colors, and I'm gonna play in these colors for transition shades. I have hills and valleys and peaks and everything, and from being on YouTube for so long, I have just kind of decided, like, you know, you're 30 years old, you have a completely different demographic now, and nothing wrong with being 30, but, you know, when you turn 30, you're grown, like, you're grown, like, you're grown. I've been grown for a long time. I've been married for 6 years. My oldest son is about to be 4. Like, we bought our house 6 years ago. Like, everything that you could do as a grown-up, we did, like, 6 years ago. So, I've been grown for a while, but I feel like in the terms of makeup, grown-ish, is like, I love watching girls do the crazy avant-garde, out-of-the-box kind of looks, but that's just not really my skilo anymore. Like, if I'm going out, I will do like a neutral eye, or sometimes I won't do any eyeshadow at all. Sometimes I might do like a little shimmer on the eye. And my lashes, girl, if you know, you know. I used to wear maybe 25mm lashes. Like, I loved a good lash, but now I want my lashes 15 at max. Like, the shorter, kind of the better, in my opinion, and the wispier, the better. but I feel like that's just my growth of, you know, getting older. And not to say that if you're 30 years old or older, you can't wear a 25 millimeter lash. You wear what you want, express yourself how you want to express yourself. But for me personally, like, I feel like I've just kind of gotten away from all of that. And so that's kind of where I am. So you might not see the looks that you are used to seeing from me on my channel anymore. I might experiment with color here and there if I'm feeling, you know, froggy.
Feeling froggy? Leap.
Okay, well, here I come from.
Hey.
Most of my looks are gonna be everyday wearable, natural, neutral looks, maybe with a pop of color here and there. I do love a good pop of color on the lower lash line, I will say that, but that's as far as you will probably get from me. And that's just what it is. That's just how it is, you know? So what I'm about to show you is my everyday base routine, minus the foundation. So I'm going to wear foundation today just because I am doing a YouTube video, and I'm just gonna add it here on the perimeter, but I do not add foundation anywhere else. I've already done my skincare, washed, applied my serum, applied my moisturizer, and then my latest, newest epiphany is eye cream. So I have noticed that underneath of my eyes, I am starting to get fine lines and kind of like, not wrinkles, but fine lines. And it comes with the territory, babe. It comes with the territory, and that is something that I had to realize. I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer to prime my skin. This is just one that I've been grabbing for the past week, so that is what we're going to use. This is a silicone-based primer, and it is so smoothing and just beautiful. It makes your skin feel really soft and luxurious. So I love using this primer. You just want to make sure that you aren't skipping the step of priming my skin. I don't really worry about, but moisturizing in my skincare, I make sure that I do that every single day, no matter what. But priming, I might prime some days, I might not. Like, sometimes my skin routine takes place for the primer. Like, I remember I'm using the ABH cream bronzer in Chestnut, but I remember when I was younger and like really into makeup, I remember I would like die if I never used a primer. And I just don't feel like it's as serious, like, especially if you are prepping your skin like you are supposed to, you'll be fine. This is a Sigma blend kabuki brush. It's an F81. Love this baby down. It gets right into the cheekbones. It blends it in so nicely. Sigma brushes are underrated. Like, I know they're more expensive and it's just easier to get something a little more affordable. Completely understand, but the quality. So now I'm going to take a little bit of foundation, and this is the Yummy Skin Foundation by Danessa Myricks. This is another, if you know, you know. She has great, amazing quality products, and she's a Black woman, Black makeup artist, and she knows us. Like, who better than a Black woman, you know? One of the things I love about this product is you can just buy a refill for it and then keep it, so it's a little cheaper, more affordable. But I'm just gonna put this under here. It also has skincare ingredients in her products, so she knows what she's doing. I'm going to pat this into the skin, just on this lower half. Start to buff it in. Make sure to get down here by my neck. And now for concealer. Two of my favorites lately have been the Haus Labs concealer and the Laura Mercier concealer. Sometimes I go in with both, sometimes I just use one. The Haus Labs is a little more natural, so when I'm doing a quick everyday kind of face, I will throw this one on. And sometimes I will put this on and then put the other one on top, which is what I'm going to do today. Because the other one just kind of brightens a little bit more. This is a little more natural of a color, which I also like. And then most of the time, if I'm feeling like it's not bright enough, I will go in with the Benefit Boying Concealer, just for a little bit of brightness, just a little. Blend that all out with my beauty blender. Now, I don't use a beauty blender on an everyday basis. I usually use a brush. I got a bunch of little concealer brushes off of Shein. I got some off of Amazon. They were really inexpensive on Shein, so I had bought some more when I had ordered another, package from Shein. But I am from the era of beauty blenders being the best way to blend things out. So, if I have it, I have it. If I don't, I don't. But, yeah. Now I'm feeling like I just want a little extra. So I'm going to take some of the Benefit Boying. This is one of the concealer brushes that I was talking about that I got from Shein. It's just like a flat kind of brush. And it's not my favorite, but I use this to kind of disperse the product to where I want it. And then I'll go in with this Dream Concealer brush from Sigma. It was a Beauty Bird collaboration that they did together some years ago. And that is my all-time favorite concealer brush. But this one does the job too. I'm just too lazy to sit here and keep patting with it. This brush is my favorite. It's so good. Also, keep in mind, if you use a beauty blender, it's going to take away some of the product that you've dispersed. Using a brush doesn't take away as much. So it's going to be a little more full coverage if that is the look that you're looking for. Back to my Sasha Buttercup setting powder. If you see me keep looking this way, my monitor is right there. So I'm just, looking at myself, I'm taking it on a powder puff. I'm going to press it into the back of my skin or the back of my hand. Stretch my eyes because once again, got those wrinkles and I don't want any creasing under there. And then go right into the under eye. Now your girl is oily, so I am going to bake around the side of my nose because oily. So I'm going to leave a little excess powder on my skin. Just like I said, I am oily, so sometimes I have to do a little bit of extra on my skin. The Hoola Toasted Bronzer has been my favorite bronzer. I've been using it, oh my gosh, for years. Or a year. I used to use the Juvia's Place contour palette. I found that bronzing my skin, I like it a lot more to bronze as opposed to like contour, which contouring, you add the shadow, but bronzing adds more warmth to the skin, and I want to look really warm, sun-kissed, like that. So love it. I just used this Morphe M527 large kabuki brush just to go around the perimeter and bronze up the skin, baby. And I will also touch my nose as well in a wee bit. This book is my latest purchase. One of my latest purchases from the TikTok shop. I think it is my latest. No, because those bundles are my latest purchases. But anyways, this is one of my latest purchases. This is from Made by Mitchell. Love his products down. I have his liquid blushers. I have his curve cases, which have cream blushes and cream contour. I have this blush palette. It is gorgeous. Like, look at the colors. Hold on. Like, so pretty. It has a lavender, it has a purple, it has a bunch of pinks from baby pink all the way to hot pink. It has a bunch of neutral, warm, like nude colors. Love it. I'm gonna use 90s nude, and I'm using this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush, and I'm going to just put this right here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Terracotta 2, which is a little lighter, and just kind of go sweep right over the top of that. Make sure I'm blending that into my bronzer. I just love blush. Like, I could literally put on more blush than this, and I probably shouldn't. And I love just mixing colors and just... This blush brush is... Blush. It's called Blursh. This Blursh book. It's just fab. And I'm not a big fan of like blush palettes, but this one, the colors are just so good. Like, he did that. And I always make sure to put my little film back in there so that the blushes don't mix into each other. Dusting away any of the excess powder, I'm using a Sigma Skin Perfector F67 brush. Love this brush down. And we're gonna go in with a, I think this is an E39 brush from Sigma, and use the bronzer and just go along the side of my nose and just contour my nose a little bit. Not a necessity. Like, this isn't a necessary step. This is just something that has always been in my repertoire, so it's going to continue to be done. Now, this is a step that I've recently started doing. I'm taking my Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder. This is in the shade Kunafa. And I'm taking that same powder puff, and I'm going to put that underneath of my eye and along the side of my nose. Now, back in the day, I used to do this step with the loose powder as well, but I'm kind of using this as like a finishing powder to add a little more coverage if I need, smooth everything out, and also go along the side of my nose just to kind of further enhance the snatch of the contour. Now, on an everyday basis, if I wasn't doing as much glam as I'm doing now, I would just use this powder. Like, I would just put my concealer on, go right in, and set my concealer with the Bake and Snatch powder. But today, and lately, I will say, I have been doing it this way. I just want to reinforce my blush. I did not apply any extra product. I'm just using the brush. And now I want to go in with this Stardust Illuminating Powder. This is from, she is an influencer. Her name is Worthy. She used to do these really cool edits on Instagram, and her makeup is always flawless. She's a darker skin influencer, and she's just an amazing creator. I'm not sure if she's still creating because she never pops up on my Instagram feed. But she created this product, and I don't know what shade it is because it's worn off. That's how long I've had it. It's a really pretty, like, bronzy kind of highlighter, and I'm using this Stilazzi brush, and I'm going to put it on the top highest point of my cheekbone. Now, highlighter, you either love it or you hate it, and it's just one of those things. Like, you either wear it or you don't, and I have, like I said, I'm from the era of putting that shit on, like, to be frank. And I have recently toned it down a little bit. So, like, this is about as much as I will apply. You can see it, but it's not as much as I used to do. And no, I've said it a lot, but if you know, you know. Like, your girl used to be crazy. And I've rewatched some of my videos, and I'm like, Lonyea, what are you doing? And I do like to run it along, kind of like right over my cheekbones, so when I smile, hey guys, you can kind of see a little bit of it. And then I will go back in with my highlighter, my blush brush, in a moment. Cannot forget the bridge and tip of my nose. And while we're at it, let's take a little right under the highest point of my brow. I usually like to do this when I am doing a completely matte eye look just to give a little bit of sparkle, shimmer, dimension to the eye look. We're going to move back up to the brows for a second and use this Urban Decay Slick Day Brow Gel. This stuff is my favorite. This is the second tube I have purchased, and Urban Decay sent me the first one. It slicks the brows down. It gives me that kind of laminated look that I like. It holds it in place. It's so good. I like brow gels, but I didn't love a brow gel until this one. Like, it's just that good. So I'm going to comb it up and then smooth it down. Like I said, I like that laminated kind of brow look, and this gives me that effect. And it looks wet now, which is why I wanted to do it now, because I'm going to go in and touch up the front of my brow, but it does dry down to a matte finish. Let's go back to the eyes. Take that same chocolate brown and smudge it underneath. Add a little bit of cohesion. On an everyday, probably not filming a makeup look, I probably would have just left it as is and just applied a little bit of mascara, but I'm filming a makeup look, and you know, gotta do it for the girls. Do it for the girls. And then I want to show you guys my favorite lashes. One of my favorite pairs of lashes. I have 3 favorite pairs of lashes that I order off of Amazon. This is my #1 lash. I wear probably, if I wear makeup to work 3 out of the 5 days, because I usually sometimes don't wear it on Mondays, sometimes I definitely don't wear it on Fridays. So I'm probably wearing this lash 2 out of the 3 days that I will wear makeup to work. Let me show you. This is my favorite lash. It's wispy, it's not very long, it is gorgeous on the eye, it's fluffy, love it down. This is my second favorite lash. I've worn this one multiple times in videos when I was filming. It's a little more like a fairy lash. It's not as dense, but it's still wispy. It still starts small in the inner corner and goes out to be long, so it gives you that kind of lifted eye look. It's beautiful. And then my last favorite lash, this is a newer of the bunch. This one is a little bit more like sparse. It still starts really small and gets longer. This one looks the most natural on the eye, I feel, but it still has those clusters of, like, you know, thickness, but beautiful lash as well. These all range from like $8 to what, $10 on Amazon. While we wait for our lashes to dry, let's go ahead and use a little setting mist. This is the Morphe setting mist. So these lip liners I also got off of the TikTok shop. If I can find the link, I will link them down below. These are some of my favorite lip liners, and I think I got a pack of maybe like 14 or 15 for maybe like $10 or something. Unfortunately, the lettering has worn off, but I'm going to use this kind of like medium deep brown. It's not the deepest brown in the set that I bought, but it's like one step down. I'm going to use this to line my lips. I do enjoy overlining my lips, so I do kind of go under the lip fold, and I kind of go a little bit over the top. And now that I'm looking at myself, I should have gotten my mustache. I could see a little shadow, babe. Now, my favorite type of lip product is a moussey, velvety mousse kind of lip product, especially for long wear. Dose of Colors came out with a velvet mousse years ago, and obsessed is an understatement. I love their velvet mousse formula. So this is the shade Always Late, and it's like a pinky kind of nudish color. And when I tell you it lasts, I will put this on at 7:30 in the morning, and I will have it on probably still by lunchtime. If I take my lunch around like noon or 1, it will still be on there. after I eat my food, then it will probably be gone, and I'll just touch up with like a little bit of a lip balm, lip oil. But it lasts, and it's so comfortable. It's not as drying and tight as a liquid lipstick. Don't get me wrong, I still love liquid lipsticks, but a velvet mousse is always the way to go for me, personally. Like, do you get it? Aren't they so gorgeous? They're just natural, but they just give you like this doll-like kind of look. I love that. I'm feeling like I need a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline, so I'm going to take this chocolate brown waterline, or what is this? Eyeliner from Milani, and just put it in my waterline. Now you could add a little shimmer in the inner corner. I have always been, not always, but past year, I've been a white in the inner corner kind of girly, so I just take this white eyeshadow and pat it in, and it will wear off over time and lighten up and not be as like stark, but I feel like it really brightens up my eyes with putting the white there. I'm just gonna make sure to blend that into the eyeshadow as well. Lastly, let's put a little bit of gloss on. This is another Dose of Colors product, but it's a collaboration with, I think it's Alpha? I don't know. But it's in the shade Flip Phone. And I'll put it in the center. And I'm going to take a little bit of this Drip Glass from Morphe. It's a chocolate brown. That is it for the look, you guys. I need to finish my hair video. So yeah, what do you guys think? She's cute, right? Yeah, she's cute. Loving it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know what you think of the quality of the video, the audio of the video, because I've changed both my video quality. I adjusted my video quality because I'm using the same camera and the same lens. I just adjusted my lights. I have a new audio setting, audio setting. So let me know what you think of the audio. Let me know what you think of the video as a whole. And let me know if you would wear this look. Also, let me know what you think of the technique that I use with using the contour or the bronzer as opposed to using foundation all over my face. Let me know what you think about that and if you will try that out. Thank you so much for watching. Happy to be back. Let me know any video suggestions you would like to see, anything you would like me to teach you, or anything you would just like to see me do. Let me know in the comments below. Love you all. Bye. You go back to her and I'll go back to, 'cause I want she and she back to her. Alexa, pause music.